I'm here. 1 second. I forgot to put the game in. I'll be there in a second. I realized at the last minute. I'm not used to physical versions of games anymore. I'm not used to having to switch cards. Okay. He's in. I'm coming back. Here I am. Sorry about that. My camera's squiffed up. There we go. Hello, SkullPirateMike. Hello, Charlotte. Hello, Peach. Hello, Elliot. Hello, Rash. How are we doing? How are you all doing today? Let's stop this music. Yeah, I was playing Star Allies again. And I forgot that I switched cards to do that. But we're in now. Oh, that's my Waddle Dee town, huh? I will say... Thank you, Charlotte. I will say, if I have already... Oh wait, what's down here? Oh no, this is the stage, isn't it? This is where I came from. If I have already unlocked all the buildings in the Waddle Dee town, I'll be a little bit disappointed. Not hugely disappointed, but a little bit disappointed. Because I'm only 2 worlds in. Anyway, let's... I'm excited to get into this theme park. There's more to come? Okay, good. Good, I didn't want to have already finished Waddle Dee town after doing 2 worlds. I'm excited about this world because I love theme parks, and I love them even more when they're abandoned and being reclaimed by nature, so let's have a look. Have I heard of the lead poisoning Garfield glasses? I don't know that I have, but it does sound familiar. I don't know if I know the specific story though. Oh, it's these 2 dogs! I saw a poster of them at the shopping mall. In the game, not in any real shopping mall. I love that I can actually climb this. To be honest, I kind of expected there to be an invisible wall like here that would stop me jumping in here. I love that it lets me up here. This is very fun. Oh! Oh! I did a mission. Did I hear about the cereal theme park? No, I didn't hear about that. This is cereal theme park? Oh! Oh! I have a duck friend! There's another one. Let's get all the ducks. Oh, let's take a picture. There we go. Oh, look at all this. This is already my favorite stage. Can you only do it that way around? I want to be... No, okay. I just messed it up. There we go. Secret blue coin in every stage, the extra out of the way. Sometimes you find them while completing D missions. I think I've seen 1 secret blue coin. Yeah, I found it in, like, the last stage, I think. I want to get a better look at this map. There's no first-person view, is there? I would love to take a good look at that. There's another duck. 70s McDonald's promo, and they have 80 times the safe amount of lead in their paint, so you can't drink out of them. I did know about that. Now that you say that, I did know about that, yeah. There's one more somewhere. I bet it's in this box. Can I? Oh no, it's just popcorn. Where are you, final duck? I saw a butterfly. Wait, was that the butterfly? No, it wasn't. It's just yellow, it doesn't have any... Oh! There you are. Just yellow, it doesn't have any orange on it. There's a large handful of whole city blocks you can explore outside of Gorimondo's bus arena, in addition to exploring the upper outer levels of the mall that precede his bus arena. Really? You can just like wander into the city? Is there anything out there? Let's actually go into the theme park now. I spent so much time just wandering around the outside area. I don't think every butterfly is Morpho Knight. No, but there's one that definitely is. I definitely think that that one specific butterfly that shows up in cutscenes all the time is... It's too specific. And those other butterflies, like, there's a separate model for it, because those other butterflies I just saw, they were just plain yellow. There's a separate model for the Morpho Knight one. And we've already seen the Morpho Knight one once in this game. Yeah, I went and, I didn't remember Morpho Knight that clearly, but I went and played guest star mode a couple times between streams, so I remember Morpho Knight more now. He's so spooky. All the rides are still going. This seems dangerous. Oops. I was trying so hard to wait until they passed. Again, my depth perception is not perfect, so... Looks like Donkey Kong. Looks like a miniature Donkey Kong over there. I want him Hammer. Have I had Hammer before in this game? I can't even remember. I probably have. Aha. Oh, I was looking at chat. Oops. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna make it. I made it. It gave me more time than I thought. Oh no, oh no, oh! Is this gonna be another timer? No, okay. Good. Why did they just left all of this stuff running? What was that about? Why are there two doors? These aren't two-way doors, so I'm making a choice here. I was pressing the hammer button, but nothing was happening. You know what? Sometimes my controller's funny. And I don't mean funny in a humorous way. I want merchandise of these dogs. Oh, I didn't realize that's... I thought I was gonna ride it. I mean, I guess I am riding it, but... This isn't the way I thought it was gonna go. I kind of forgot that this was a feature. Oh. Chocolate! Oh yeah. Give me the capsules. It's 2024! I've got 2024 coins. We're 2 years in the future with coins. Ow! Oh my god. Oh my god. You need to have such reflexes for this. Oh! Oh. Oh, can I just write it again? Oh, I can. There's one of those retry stars. I bet that last switch that I missed was to get him out. Okay. Just the Chansey minigame. Which one was the Chansey one again? Was that the egg catching one? Where eggs fall down and you have to lean left and right to grab them? That guy was operating the ride. Not anymore. Okay, I was remembering the right one. What's my favorite Pokemon Stadium minigame? I played a lot of the Rattata one. Rattata one. Oh, the Clefairy one I think was my favorite. Clefairy says. It's because I like the silly song that they sing. Hey, I got another one. Or did I lose? Oh, I think I lost the first one actually. It took away everything I collected. My money's back down as well. So you can't just do this over and over again and max out your profits. Oh. Oh, got it. There we go. I am mean to him. You're right. But you know what? They kidnapped all the Waddle Dees. They kidnapped all the Waddle Dees. I should play Pokemon Channel. I could. Elliot's streamed Pokemon Channel before, right? You sure did, yep. And I have it. And I have the European version, which means I can get a Jirachi from it. Because I think that was only in the European version. I actually can't remember now. But I think that was something they added for the European version because we didn't get any actual in-store events. But the upshot of that means that we can still get Jirachi from it. While all the American events ended 20 years ago, 30 years ago. How long ago? A long time ago. North America's only Jirachi event was Coliseum pre-order. Oh yeah, that's right. You never got an in-store one? I assumed you did. Yeah, we can just download it from Pokemon Channel. Ow. My hammer. Oh, I see you, Hidden Secrets. I see you. Don't think you can keep hidden secrets from me very often. Sometimes, but not always. Okay. We've saved 3 of the 4 hidden Ds. Look, see? Look! I was gonna leave those ones alone. I swear, I was gonna leave those ones alone. But they're jerks. I don't know. I like Waddle Dees more than I like the... Are they called Owoofies, or is that just what people call them? I don't even remember. There's a Swish Jirachi event going on right now, is there? I had no idea. I have so many Jirachis, though. Because they used to do tons of events. During Diamond and Pearl and Black and White, they just did constant event giveaways, and then they just kind of stopped. But luckily, I've still got them all from back then. But I remember having a point where I just like didn't care about event legendaries because I was like, event legendaries, there are a dime a dozen these days. They give those away every other week, and then they just stopped, and now they never give them away anymore. can set the oil on fire. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Oh man, where are the other 4 then? Were there 4 down here that I missed? Or is there just going to be another? Look at the way my hat keeps going down inside me. Maybe there's just going to be another wet section later. Alright. I'm going to assume that more wetness is going to happen. We'll be up here. Ow. Here we go. Oh, wow. Alright, that's a more powerful spray than I was anticipating. Don't you dare. You can just spawn a bunch of Scarfies. If I... Oh, wait, maybe if I was to... Oh, no, wait, I can climb this. Okay. I was going to say maybe I was supposed to stand on them before they rose up, but... There's one more somewhere. Why did I lose my... Did I run out of water? I didn't know that was a feature. I kind of thought that it was infinite after a while. Because I didn't seem to be getting any smaller. Alright, let's go. There we go. Oh, another blueprint. I do want that. I love this form, by the way. It's great. Yeah, celebrate. Water balloon Kirby. Oh look, Charlotte's playing WarioWare. Ah! Are you still in chat, Charlotte? Am I calling you out? Ow! I want my hammer. Get out of here, bunny. Your bone friends are annoying me. Get out of here. Oh, I just pushed him in the mud. He didn't even mind. Why are they throwing bones at? This guy's just like, screw these coins! Hey, I'm not a stalker. It alerted me. It alerted me to the fact that you were playing WarioWare. Yeah, this is Mario Sunshine now. We're playing Mario Sunshine at this point. We've done it. We're basically fixing up this theme park. Getting it ready for a grand reopening or some such. Yes! Celebrate. They can't hold hands. I'm too big. Can I... Ah, there we go. It's working? There we go. Oh, yes! Oh, I needed to do that. Okay. Wait, was there something down below? I thought there was. I can't see around the water anymore. Maybe there wasn't. I thought this was optional, but it doesn't look like it was. Here I come! Good thing Waddle Dee doesn't have to breathe. Yeah, we're back to no breath Kirby. I did everything! That's the first stage where I've done everything, I think. On the first try. I know what Cuts a Kirby is. Oh, it's needless. Needless to say, that trophy didn't have any description. It's like I enjoyed every stage a lot, though. That's the thing. Actually, no. There was another stage where I found all the Waddle Dees, actually. There hasn't been a stage yet where I've been like, ugh, this stage. And that's largely down to the theming. Because the theming of every stage has been unique and interesting. Oh, I got the needless, I got the needless thingy, and now I have to do a needless thing. So do you maintain speed as long as you keep picking? You do, okay. So the more stuff you pick up, the faster you continue going. Gotcha. These aren't just challenge stages, they're also kind of tutorials, I guess. Yeah. 1 second out. It was just Katamari, yeah. I can hear like a radio or something. Alright, let's get the hammer treasure. Oh, I got that blueprint as well, didn't I? I should go back and upgrade. Why did there need to be goop here? Was that necessary? Ow. I've done it. Yeah, get an extra whack in. For good measure. I would have preferred some kind of like button thing where you have to hit buttons instead of just a combat trial, but it's fine. I am here to whack bunnies. Oh god, big bunnies. There we go. Why was I struggling to fly there? Oh, hi, bonkers. Ow. I think he's gonna get me. Ah. Having a hard time with the depth perception. Yeah, throw them all in the corner. That'll help. Got him. I want to whack him again. It is Resh, yeah. That's what the description for Mr. Frosty said as well. That they got sucked through the portal. I think all of the returning Kirby enemies in this game have just been sucked through the portal like Kirby did, based on what I've seen. Though the timeline does confuse me because it says that the Waddle Dees came through with Kirby, but also that they had built a town before Kirby reached it, which then got destroyed before Kirby reached it as well. So I'm a bit confused about the timeline of that. They're fast workers, yeah. I think it might be time shenanigans, yeah. I think Kirby... Maybe time passes faster in this world or something. Seems to be a time dilation going on. Yes, That's what I'm assuming. Breadsticks. Also, welcome. How are you doing? Yes, I got toy hammer blueprint. Do it. Fix up my hammer. More time passes in Forgotten Land. Some other text later on supports this. It's like the digital world. Okay, I got the bigger hammer now. I really like this helmet. So is the thing basically that it's bigger? That's cool. I'm down. Alright, let's go. Let's go, we gotta get to that racetrack. Alright, let's go. Alright, you know what? I'll leave him. Everyone wants me to leave him, so I'll leave him. Man, the Cappy's aggressive, huh? Is it because I'm cutting the line? Okay, I wondered if maybe I could smash the tires, but I can't. Bling, bling. Oh, look, I gotta be 25 seconds. I actually didn't realize that I could maintain a turbo boost by holding B until right now. Oh, no! That's gonna be a problem, isn't it? Oh, I should have jumped. What was my time? 23. Oh, I did still beat it. I didn't think I would, if I'm being honest. You know, I've never actually tried taunting while I'm in mouthful mode. Aww. That's adorable. Alright. I guess I gotta ditch the car, huh? Oh, let's retry. I don't even need to retry. I did great that time. I'm gonna try more. I'm gonna try taunting more while I'm in mouthful mode now. See, look, if they're gonna go for me, I'm gonna get them. I'm sorry. I'm just not attached to these wolfy guys. Poppy, I'm attached to Poppy, but I'm still gonna eat him and blow him up. Oh, wow. The spikes are impervious to bombs. What about you guys? Oh, look, see? Give me an excuse. What about you guys? Alright, fine. Fine. Need more Defunct Land episode about one barrier jokes. Oh my god, somebody just make, like, an in-universe. Nintendo should pay the Defunct Land guy to do promotional videos for this that are like in-universe Defunct Land videos. That'd be such good promotion for this game. If anybody hasn't watched Defunct Land, by the way, it's super interesting. And you should watch it. Well, if you have any interest in theme parks, I'm very interested in theme parks, so I love watching it. I think one of my favorite ones is I think it's Disney Quest it's called, about the weird like VR video game experience that Disney tried to build in the 90s that did not go well. Need plushies of the dog mascots? Yes, me too. Not just plushies, but I want like t-shirts. I want Wandaria Park t-shirts. Kevin Perjurer, that's his name. I always think about that because I think it's a funny name. Because Kevin Perjurer basically means liar, right? He seems like a cool guy. What an unfortunate name though. I want a bowl. Bowling for Kabu. Oh, Resh, you'll probably know this. Does the big Kabu with the crown head have a different name? I've just been calling it a big Kabu, but I bet it's called something else. He was looking for that bomb. Dekabu, thank you. I would love to have a last name like Evildoer, yeah. The Superstar Limo one is also awesome. Oh yes, also, hello Fire Race, how are you doing? Sorry for leaving it up to my mods to greet you. Oh, I see. I understand. Waddle Dee, watch out for the bomb that I put there. Oh, it's called Big Kabu? Is this another name that I correctly guessed then? Technically. I got a lollipop. None of my name guesses will ever beat the first one though, which I now can't remember. Was it like Billy or something? I really love these UFO things that are going around, by the way. Well, that was a challenge, apparently. Yeah, I guess I'll take a sword. Like the vibes here? Good! We tried to have a chill time. This is basically me going through games that I missed. But every summer starting last year, every summer I do a marathon. This is the second one. Last year I marathoned all the Sonic games, and this year I've been marathoning all the Kirby games. And I guess once this is done, I'll take suggestions on what to marathon next summer. So if anybody wants to start thinking of what they might want to see me marathon, start brainstorming that, and I'll maybe like make a Discord thread or something. Final Fantasy? That would be a task, but I'd be down to try it. I've only ever finished one Final Fantasy game, and that was 7. I do like Shovel Knight. I've only played the main campaign, which I did with Joe on stream. When was that? Was that this year or was that last year? I can't remember. I have 50 minutes for this one, so it's probably going to be tougher. 50 minutes, 50 seconds I meant. Oh, this is fun. Oh no! If I were gonna marathon the Final Fantasies though, like, because so many of them have remakes, I wouldn't know which ones to choose, which versions to choose. I was wondering if maybe I hit the back, it would destroy it. I don't know why I thought that. Oh, I didn't make it. There's some fun shortcuts. Okay. Pokemon spin-off games. What's been my favorite Kirby game? My favorite Kirby game has always been Kirby Superstar. And I guess I like Kirby Superstar Ultra more because it's basically the same game with more stuff, right? But I don't know, this one might be up there now. I haven't finished it yet, so I can't judge yet, but I'm enjoying it a lot so far. But Kirby Superstar, I have a big fondness for the original Kirby game because it was the first game I ever finished on my own when I was a kid. And what else? I love Kirby 64 a lot too. Superstar Ultra, Return to Dreamland, and Forgotten Land. Those are solid ones. I didn't enjoy Return to Dreamland that much, but I think I don't know what would have made me enjoy it more. I know a lot of people I know really love Return to Dreamland, and I can see what people like about it, but it just doesn't gel with me. Hopefully those shortcuts I took will be enough. Let's see. Oh, so close. Kirby Adventure Wii, yeah. Oh yeah, to be fair, I still haven't played Triple Deluxe or Robobot because I couldn't stream them, so I might play those in my spare time. Because I can't judge those ones. Bust through this cardboard. Oh, okay. I'll try that. Oh, Squeak Squad. I love Squeak Squad a lot too. Yeah, it's not S tier, but I definitely have a big fondness for it. Star Allies is great too. I like Star Allies a lot. Got this game, Star Allies, Triple Deluxe, and Adventure under my belt. Those are solid ones. Well, I don't know about Triple Deluxe because I haven't played it, but my favorite Pokemon spin-off game is, no question, Pokemon Snap. There's no debate for me there. I don't even have to think about it. I did have to think about what it was called, but that's the one. That's the one for me. Time to go 2009 and stream with a camera on my 3DS screen. Someone I know was doing that like last year. I thought they were insane. It's not anybody who's here, but but I went to someone I know's stream, and they were streaming a 3DS game with a camera pointed at the screen, and I was like, wow. Oh, I see. Those cardboard boxes there. I didn't see them until just now. Whoa! Did you see me oh, look at this. Can I, like, restart from here? No. I know this is a screw-up one, but this was a test. This was a test of my devotion. Yeah, look at that. And these little skips here. I love this green robot. All of these little things. The rocket one is the only one I'm not super fond of. I love the green robot. I love the UFO guy. Oh, I love Mystery Dungeon as well. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is really good. Trading card game. Yeah, I like that too. Trying to figure out a way to emulate Amazing Mirror with multiplayer currently. Oh! Ah, dang it. I did some research into that. It's possible. It's doable. I can tell you that much, but I don't remember anything that I read about how to do it, unfortunately. But I know it can be done, because I'm thinking about doing that at some point. for a stream. If I can gather up 3 people who want to stream Amazing Mirror with me, I would love to do that. Oh right, yeah, you've got that modded 3DS thing. How much did that... Oh, I missed it again already because I'm stupid. Does anybody know, like, roughly how much you end up paying for a modded 3DS for streaming? I feel like it's probably... I'm so bad at video games, you guys. Please, don't judge me. Don't judge me, but you can silently unsubscribe. That I won't be upset by. It's just the judgment I don't want. I don't think I want mine modded. You're getting a whole new one, okay. Yeah, I don't think I would want to get my 3DS modded. Oh! Fire Ace, thank you for following. I appreciate that. Yeah, I would be very wary about getting my own 3DS modded. Oh, actually, wait, I have 2 3DSs. I guess I could get my old 3DS modded. My old blue one. I wouldn't want to get my new 3DS modded because it's the Majora's Mask one, and it's very important to me. But maybe I could get my original one modded, I guess. I completely forgot I had it. Crap. I hope that doesn't screw me up. Okay, oh, I did it. Oh, I saved a lot of time there. Wait, did I make the time last time and I just didn't notice? Wait, really? Is that what happened? I was so focused on hitting all those shortcuts that I just redid it anyway. Oh god, okay. Alright, well whatever. Now I got the extra mission for doing all the shortcuts. Sorry dog, but I think there's stuff I want in this box. Oh, I'm thinking I can hear another Waddle Dee though, but it's these guys I'm hearing. Got a new one for 385 or 455 USD. That was on sale. Okay, yeah, that's way outside what I can afford to pay for one. Like, way outside. I killed the sleeping one because it was sleeping on a box that I wanted to open. I had to. It didn't give me a choice. It shouldn't have slept on top of a box that was potentially full of treasures. Oh, it's this guy, Bufferhorn. Behold, it's the brutal, brutish Bufferhorn. Weak attacks won't stand a chance against this critter's forward tackle. Good thing they have a hard time stopping. If you're careful, you can trick them into running off cliffs. They'll be okay down there. They're real tough. Saved up multiple Twitch payouts because I got lucky with support and all near the end of last year. Yeah. If I was making more money, you know, if I was making money doing Twitch, then I'd probably consider it. But I'm not making any money off Twitch, really. I make a tiny bit every now and again. I just do this for fun. Oh, I see. What? Oh, whoa. I had no idea you could do that. Now I know. Oh, it's telling me on the screen, is it? I knew that. I just figured it out by kind of pressing buttons. Now. Get dead, bozo. I should have killed the other guy first. Ow, he's gonna be a problem. Another person who's USA based does the original 3DS for 367 USD at most. That's their estimate. Okay. Yeah, Suri, right? I was thinking that too. So, is this a... It is a haunted house. Let's do the fire treasure first. Oh yeah, it's good that people do them, for sure. I just wish I had... I'm not complaining about how much people charge for it, because people, obviously... You gotta get the 3DS, and then you've gotta modify it, and people should be paid for their work. I just can't afford it, that's all. Maybe someday. Oh god. This is bad news. Okay, I made it. Ow. How come these don't blow up the bomb bricks? Yeah, it's nice that it doesn't overwrite the abilities. Favorite abilities are cutter and hammer. I feel like we talked about this before, but I don't remember what I landed on. Oh, yo-yo. I think I said yo-yo and paint were my favorites. I don't know if either of them are in this game. I haven't come across them at least. Oh yeah, Suplex. Yeah, you love Suplex, don't you, SkullPirateMike? It's pretty good. Look, the dog's sad in this one. Oh right, because he's been captured by an alien. That was like a boo sound. Hello. That was weird. They didn't seem to be robots. Is this place for real haunted by aliens? Eat 3 of the ghost's hidden snacks. Not a problem. What are you doing in here, haunted rabbit? I'm gonna get a cutter. Yeah, I see that secret passageway, but I want a cutter first. Ah, I needed the cutter. Parasol. Parasol's also a good one. Parasol feels iconic, you know? Like, Parasol and Beam. Probably because it's Waddle Dee and Waddle Doo that have them usually, but they feel like iconic abilities. Oh my god, I'm gonna be a light bulb. How am I providing power? Okay, well, let's not think about that. Why would you put a solar-powered thing inside the haunted house? Yeah, I see it. What's this? Okay, it's just floor decoration, I guess. Oh! This is dangerous. This is dangerous for customers. I mostly liked the Wanderia Park haunted house, except for the part where it was very dark and I got swept off the floor into an endless pit. They should take that part out. Oh, look at all this treasure. Yeah, I see what's happening. I see what's happening. You can't fool me again. I saw the formations in the wall. Oh, I panicked. Go away, please. No, no, no. Does he only follow me when... Okay, he only follows me when the light's on. And he goes back home. No, 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 no. I just needed to see where the floor was. Alright, looks like that's where I need to be. So let's go over here. Bring! Oh. So much treasures. Because all of the mouthful mode abilities end with the word mouth, it all feels like insults to me. Like they would make insults for people. Just like, light bulb mouth. And then I try and imagine the person who would be called light bulb mouth. I need to ditch it. I hope it will still be here when I get back. I've already got my chakras. Oh, I see. Water is good too. I like water ability, yeah. Hey Arnold! If there's, at some point I swallow like a football, an American football, then that would be the perfect Hey Arnold insult for sure. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Alright, let me read this. Apparently whatever data resetting process GameStop does didn't affect the photo app because there were pics of the previous owner's IRL friends on there. Wow. I was reading... Oh, who was it? It was somebody I follow on Twitter. Had just recently bought a used Wii. And then they went and looked at the... because all Wiis have like usage statistics. Here another Waddle Dee. And he... Or they. I don't remember who it was. So they went and looked at the usage statistics and it showed that it hadn't been used in a decade, and the last thing that happened was that somebody finished all the cups in Mario Kart. I don't think I can go back. I can hear a Waddle Dee, but it's up there. Alright, I guess I missed a Waddle Dee. Yeah, I think I probably missed however I was supposed to get to there. Unless through here takes me there. It doesn't look like it does. Okay, can I climb a ladder as a light bulb man? Nope. That's fine. I'm gonna take fire. This music is rad, by the way. I love this. Oh yeah, I knew it. I knew it. But I think I had to do that to get the chest to appear over here. This might be my favorite stage so far. This is definitely my favorite world so far, and I don't think they're gonna top it, to be honest. Yeah, okay. Ooh. You gonna fall, or...? Jeez, I had to get real close to make that one tumble. Oh no, don't crash me. I actually don't know if crash is an ability in this game. I haven't tried it. Is that the last hidden snack? Yeah. Kick that cup. I have found a hole. Time crash. Oh, okay. So crash is in this game. I just haven't ever used it. I've upgraded it before I've discovered it. Let's get Cutter. Meteorite's Revenge did get a Grammy. I forgot about that. What a good song. That was always one of my favorite songs in Superstar. Yeah, the game answered me, huh? I love that video game music is starting to get recognized because it's always been great. But so many music people didn't take it seriously. But now that there are younger music people, they're starting to take it seriously. We just need animation to start getting taken seriously, which will never happen. Is that actually the boo laugh? Because it sounds so much like it. Alright, I'm at the end. Hold on, I'm having a little waddle around here. You understand, your waddle dees. Okay, I found the blue coin. I want to be a vending machine. Oh, I wanted to be a vending machine in the cutscene. I forgot to try out the taunts, didn't I? I didn't try out any taunts. It's slightly pitched different? Okay. It sounded real close. Well, then again, they've changed the boo laugh now, haven't they? I don't even remember what the new boo laugh sounds like. I only ever think of the classic N64 one. Yeah, me too, Fire Ace. God, they said something about it at the Oscars, didn't they? Last year at the Oscars, they were like, kids love it and adults endure it, and I was like, get lost. Exactly, Elliot. Exactly. That's what I almost said. And I don't know why I decided to censor myself. But I did. Oh, I was kind of hoping, like, this is a clearly, like, Big Thunder Mountain inspired area. I was kind of hoping there'd be a real stage here. A kid should not be watching Castlevania, nope. A kid shouldn't be watching, like, most of what's on Fox. Then again, I don't know if anybody should be watching most of what's on Fox. Most of their content is just like, here's Family Guy, but this time someone else, a different name for the character, but it's the same show. I'm gonna hit that one. Oh, I thought maybe it was a case of like I was supposed to hit a specific one. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Want to watch Smiling Friends? Yeah, I've heard good things about it. I haven't seen it. I don't watch that much, like, adult animation anymore. Because, I don't know, so much of it just relies on gross out humor. And I'm like, you can be funny and not have to slice a character in half and show their realistic intestines spilling out across the floor. Like, there are ways to be funny that don't involve that. I think a lot of people who are making animation for adults feel like they have to justify it being for adults by making sure that it's not appropriate for kids. And, you know, there are better ways to do that. Live action shows don't need to do that. This is your second favorite stage of the world. Ooh. It's like the light parade stage. They've definitely gone to a lot of, like, you can tell that this world was designed by people who loved theme parks, and they were just like, right, what are the main things we want to cover? What are the main theme park attractions? Hello again, ducks. Let's go. There's another one. Are they all just on benches? Oh, there's Noddy. Let me try something here. Okay. I can actually move around with sleep this time. I just wanted to try it. Let's go. Don't get hit! No! I said don't! Oh, this is like Flicky. Go, run! It's like Flicky. For the Mega Drive. I think it was in arcades too. So, Flicky was a game where you play as Flicky, who later went on to become a Sonic character. And you have to collect little birds and bring them to the exit. And they all follow you in a trail, and if they get hit, they scatter. It's fun. The reason live actions don't do blood and guts for humor is because special effects people are unionized. Yeah, it's true. Although, I don't know if the CGI ones are in a lot of cases, because Disney sure doesn't treat their CGI people well. Oh! Oh no! I didn't notice that I had fallen off. VFX ain't. Yeah, that's what I thought. So they could probably be doing it with VFX. Although that would probably be more expensive, I don't know. I don't know, I'm an animation guy, not a VFX guy. Can't fly higher than that. Oop. I think maybe I don't quite understand how tornado works. Ah, I did not understand how tornado works, but now I do. Okay. Walking Dead does practical effects 99% of the time. I've never watched it, but Joe's big into it. Is there a cone around here? There is! Let me cone this before I start driving. Oh, look at that shortcut. Oh yeah, because you've got to do it in 5 seconds to get the gold. Oops. Pressed the wrong button. Ah! 2 seconds. Mum just told you she'll be home in 510 minutes. Okay. How long is that? Yeah, I'm kind of glad that I never got into Walking Dead, just because it seems like such a commitment. But Joe's, I think he's just starting to read the books now, which I think is a bigger commitment even. Oh, I see you. Yeah, there we go. Should be home around 9 hours. I'm gonna assume that Mum made a typo. She's good at that. I probably, if it's giving me a mole, I probably need to dig. Oh, I just saw a wanted poster. See you, Resh. Have a good class. Yeah, I just saw a wanted poster that was probably supposed to tear down. But I noticed it as I was going through the door. Oh no! Whoa! It's fine, it's fine. I'll wait for them to go by. Oh, we're gonna do some big old water balloon stuff again. What? Bronto Bert? Stop guarding the water thingy. That felt pointless. Welcome back, Scormac. Yeah, I didn't feel like I really needed to use drill there, but oh, my angle was off. What? There we go. Sorry, bunny. I pushed the bunny all the way back here with those. Why am I apologizing? Those bunnies are violent. Apologize to violent bunnies. Oh. I didn't even notice there was another breakable wall back there. I just blew that one up because I could. Fleur tornado. Oh, right. Well, I guess I'll follow you. I probably needed fire. Oh no, I don't like the look of this one bit. Oh no. I love the train. I think the train's my favorite. Go on. Oh god. Okay, I got all the hidden Ds. Hey, Chili. Oh! I want to skate. I love ice as well. I love being able to skate around. Look, guys, I'm skating! What do you think? What are you so upset about? Oh, I see. If Thomas was cool and not horrifying. I kind of like Thomas. But he's a little bit horrifying. Yeah, look, I was supposed to destroy that wanted poster. I knew it. The blue star coin. Storage mouth, Kirby. Hey, storage mouth. Get over here, storage mouth. Is it boss time already? I have got like 70 Waddle Dees at least. I've probably got like 100 by now, actually. These requirements feel so low. Don't talk to my hamster like that. Alright. Oh, this is that cat lady, isn't it? That everyone was talking about on the internet. That looks like her. Oh, I need to go upgrade. The requirements are based on the Waddle Dees gotten per world, not overall. Oh, okay. Oh, so I would have had to have found 21 in that specific world. That makes more sense, I guess. Alright. Can we calm down? I already knew all of that. That's why I'm here. Really wish they didn't do that with her design. I don't really know what she looks like. I just know everyone was talking about her. Oh, sleep got added. Okay, we can upgrade the sword. Okay. Have I got all the abilities now? Yeah, there's no gaps left. Okay, so I just have to upgrade them. Yes, let's get Time Crash. I've never even used regular Crash in this game. Mum is home. Welcome home, Mum. That was a short 9 hours. I got Time Crash. I'm assuming that slows down time. Interesting. Kirby looking like a guilty dog spitting a cabinet on the floor. That's funny. Oh. I'm just cosplaying as Gigantedge now. Okay, that's fine. It's me, Gigant Kirby. What about Fleur Tornado? Mom said I like his top. This? My shirt? Thanks, Mom. It's pink. Oh, I wasn't expecting it to be like a bird. I thought it was going to be like flowery. This evolution will allow you to enter the portal for the Fleur Tornado treasure in Wanderia Remains. What? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Alright. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. Yeah, I don't know, Siri. I thought it was going to be like a petal tornado or something. Okay, it just meant this. Yeah, it just meant this. Okay. I guess the sword ability kind of is about cosplaying, yeah. I never thought about it, but he's just cosplaying Link. I should have gone for the Mumbies. I think the more enemies you hit, the more your tornado gets extended, so... No, maybe not. Maybe not. Didn't seem to work out. Oh, jeez. There you go. To the center. You are a pirate! Whoa! Fire Ace! Thank you for subscribing. It's been so long since I've heard that. Three months in advance. Thank you very much. I didn't even know that was a thing you could do. If you'd like to join our Discord, I don't know if the bot's been announcing it, but now that you are, thank you, Elliot. Now that you're a member of the pirate crew, I will draw you a skeleton pirate to go in the corner over there. Nope, that way. This way. That way. In the top right corner. If you would like. But you just gotta go... There's a place for it in the Discord, I'm pretty sure. If you go somewhere in there and tell me what you'd like for it, then I'll do that for you. No, sorry, I just... It's been a while since... Usually most of the subs that I get are resubs. And I'm not used to hearing the new sub alert anymore, so it confused the hell out of me for a second. It's been a while since I've heard it. Just had a moment of like, what's happening? I have this thing, I don't know if this is common for people with ADHD. I've messed up here, haven't I? But I have this thing where if I hear a sound suddenly that I wasn't prepared for, it will disorient me for a few seconds. And I just have to like readjust myself. Maybe I didn't mess up before. Is this good? Am I doing a good thing? All right. Oh. That's the closest I've come to the time limit so far. Hi, Mom. Mom's in the chat. Mom, you figured out your password. Alright, let's see what this is about. Yeah, I think, can anybody confirm what the section is for subscribers in the Discord? I can't remember the name of it, but it's in there somewhere. It's like crew chat or something. Crew's quarters, there we go. Yeah, I think that's the one. Have it saved so you just use your thumbprint. Oh, okay. That's probably good. I think I'm gonna try the new sword. So yeah, if you just want to post in crew's quarters and let me know what you'd like your pirate to look like, I will draw one for you. Chloraline. That's a pretty good name. Okay, I have a couple notes about this design. Oh look, Mom's playing Animal Crossing. You know, it's just a little bit too much. It's like a Rouge at the Bat, but pushed even further. I'm trying to pinpoint exactly what it is that makes me like Rouge the Bat's design, but not like this one. I think it might be the tiny, tiny feet. It doesn't feel like a Kirby character, though. I guess... No, see, I want to say that most of the Forgotten Land characters don't feel like Kirby characters, but that's not true, because the little dog guys that you see everywhere feel like Kirby characters. Jeez! Stop with that. Oh my god. Nope. Missed. No, she didn't. She got me. Plop. Hi, I'm your mum. I know. Mum, I can tell you because it popped up in the corner on the screen. I did not know I could dodge. How do I do that? I got pencil drill. Oh, well now I know I can do this. How do I dodge though? I don't know. You can't dodge with Gigantor. Okay. Okay. So I can't dodge. So I'm being lied to. No, I get it. I get it. Misleading me in the chat. I really didn't do very well, did I? Oh, I had Head Ranger to get her up there. You doing okay, Mum? Final boss was the only boss she died to. Have I died to a boss yet? Have I died at all yet? I'm not sure. I probably have. Okay, good. It got bigger. We've got more gacha now as well. Did you know that I think you have a lovely mum? I do have a lovely mum. Everybody loves my mum. You're okay? Good, okay. I'm glad. Meta Knight's here. Did he just arrive? I wasn't looking. I can evolve the drill ability now. Yes, let's. I want to know what this means. Wait, where is it? There we go. What is pencil drill? I think I've upgraded almost everything now. But meaning what though? Now a pencil flies out. It's like a pencil sharpener on my head now. Okay. I guess I'll find out what new abilities that give me. So, the only things I haven't upgraded now are Ice and Sleep. I don't know if Sleep is going to be upgradable, but that's all that's left. I kind of assume it will. Yes, I can see your messages, Mum. Can you not hear me responding to them? I have slept in Kirby's house once, and now I'm going to do it again. I need to upgrade my sleep ability in real life, to be honest. Okay, so sleeping in the bed fully fills up my health, which gives me further questions about what the point of eating food here is. what's the point in buying a tomato to refill my health in town if I can just sleep in the bed right across the street, right across the way? Is this an arena? Ooh, welcome to the Colosseum's reception area! You can enter tournaments here and battle a rush of former bosses. If you make it all the way to the end and come out on top, you'll win a special reward. And that's not all. We seem to have an unexpected warrior using our first tournament as training. All the way from Planet Popstar, stuck in this new world like us. That's right, it's Meta Knight! So you gonna enter the tournament too? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I wanna fight Meta Knight. Okay, you're officially entered in Meta Knight Cup. It's about to get intense in there. I can't wait. The entrance to the Colosseum is right over there. Prepare for some tough battles, then head on in. I don't know if I want to do this with a pencil sharpener on my head. Oh, right, okay, it gives me some new abilities anyway. I'm going to take the tornado. That feels like cheating. I'm going to win. Winning is... Oh, wait, maybe a tornado... I didn't think about the fact that it's bosses I'm fighting. Maybe tornado isn't the best thing. Oh, he's got me. I should have spat that at him, I know, but I didn't. And there's nothing we can do about that now. I tried my best, Mom. This one's for you. And look, I'm gonna tornado him in the butt. Uh-oh, now what? Things like that Waddle Dee popping up in the corner and giving commentary, kind of makes me wish this game had voice acting. That have like actual commentary happening. There we go. How do you get a sword by your name? The people who have swords by their names are my mods. So you have to be a mod, Mom, and you'd have to be here more often, and keep an eye on the chat and make sure people are behaving. A Meta Knight cosplay would be fun, yeah. Oh yeah, thank you, Suri. Yes, mod is short for moderator. Can I be a mod, please? Fine. I'm gonna mod my mother. Hang on 1 second. There you go. Now you're a mod, Mom. Yeah, just make sure you don't accidentally ban anyone. Mum probably won't be able to figure out how to get to the mod controls, so it'll be okay, I think. Oh god! Oh, I didn't even realize he had me. Bonkers 2. Ow! Ah, I don't like that he can just bash me out of my tornado. Guy's a jerk. Missed. You know, since we're coming to the end of the Kirby Marathon now, I've been thinking about what I want to stream after this. And I think I want to stream Power Wash Simulator. I know I said I'd do Danganronpa, and I will. But I just want to play Power Wash Simulator. I've never tried it. Oh, Mum, what are your favorite games? You're being asked in the chat. People want to know what your favorite games are. The world demands an answer. It might take a little bit. She's not a very fast typist. I can power wash when I come home. That's okay. I don't want to actually power wash. Or maybe I do. I don't know. I don't think you have anything filthy enough to be satisfying for me to power wash. Okay, yeah. I was wondering whose tornado would be stronger. It's hers. Leave me alone, duck. There you go. Oh, right. She says Animal Crossing. I love when we play Mario Kart. Mum likes ToeJam&Earl. She likes Ace Attorney, right? I'm trying to think what else Mum likes. Ow! I love this guy. This is probably one of my favorite bosses in this game. I just love the way he looks. But he is blowing me all over the place. Last time I fought him with fire, which felt a lot easier. So, are all these bosses entering the tournament too? Is that what's in play? Did Tropic Woods sign up for the tournament? Yeah, I'm in trouble. This guy's a bigger problem than I thought. Tornado ability is not good for this fight. I'm starting to wonder if I might be better off just dropping the ability and spitting things at him instead. Oh, jeez. Got him. Okay, that was hard. Space Invaders. Oh yeah, I forgot. You do love Space Invaders, don't you? Honestly think it would be great if you say you're going to stream Power Wash Simulator in the stream charts and you show up on the drive with a power washer. Yeah. That'd be fun. I think Kirby just goes and fights trees for fun. I think so too. I have a theory. We mentioned this in some other streams, but I have a theory that Wispy isn't doing anything, and every time Kirby starts an adventure, the first thing he wants to do is go and beat up Wispy for fun. Because what's Wispy doing? What's he doing wrong, really? He's a tree. What can he do wrong? He's not exactly mobile. It was Stoner Wispy, which makes me even more suspicious of the idea that he was doing anything. I think he was just chilling on the beach. My hat. Ow. Missed. Thought she was going to do a third one. Right, there we go. Oh, jeez. Where are we going? What's happening? Missed. There's plenty of tomatoes left. I guess I don't need to be that super worried. Ow. Oops! Don't know what I was trying to do. Didn't think Tropic Woods is even in the Beast Pack. No, me neither. I think he was just chilling. I thought I lost my ability, but apparently I didn't. Just found a sack of money here. He's really a baddie. He looks nice. Yeah, I don't know. He did look nice, didn't he? Wispy wakes up and chooses violence. Alright, let's go. It's Meta Knight time. Oh, I need the sword? Okay. Alright. This is our first encounter in the new world, and this is how he greets me. All Meta Knight cares about, isn't it? He just wants to fight. He just wants to fight strong opponents. It's his entire deal. Ah! Could be helping me, Meta Knight, instead of hanging around in this Coliseum. Oh, he's doing this. Okay. Oh, I thought I'd have to smash him. I don't like this. Missed me. Was that going to be his final smash if he'd hit me? Oh, jeez.
You know what they say,
Ooh.
The more the merrier.
Hold on, I'll check that out in a second. Got him. Tiago Player Searcher, thank you for following. Did I say your name right? Hi, welcome. There's a way to steal Meta Knight's sword. Oh, interesting. That's cool. Then he uses his sword from his first appearance. Oh, I think I saw that on the internet, actually. A while back, but I forgot all about it. That's cool. Congrats on a stunning victory, Kirby. Here's your hard-won reward. 500 star coins. Oh, rare stone. Do I even need those anymore? Ooh, now I can evolve the sword ability again. That's cooler than the sword I have right now. Oh, I've only got one rare stone left. I've used all my rare stones upgrading everything. I remember there was a point where I had tons of them. Can I... No, I need 3. Okay, so I can't do this right now. Hey, it never occurred to me that I'd be able to evolve some abilities more than once. I wonder if any of the others will have that. Alright, let's go get a gotch from the new machine. Yeah, me too. I love the weapons shop Waddle Dee. Actually, it's like my favorite Waddle Dee in this game. I really love his design. I hope that they use that again in another game because he's so cute. Oh, look at this! Now he can stuff an entire roller coaster into his mouth. That's cool. Tornado Kirby, that's cool. I promise I won't spend the whole stream opening gacha. Ooh. I want that, I want the Tropic Woods one though. Think it should be a gacha stream? Maybe I'll do an entire gacha stream once I finish the game. Maybe we'll just have a couple hours of me just sitting here Opening gacha capsules. Oh, some sushi. You stand on the tops of buildings in Waddle Dee Town, you can get secrets. Ooh. Alright. Let's back away from here for now. Before I use all my money up. Oh yeah. Aha! That's a bigger secret than I was expecting. Thank you for redeeming a treasure hunt score, Mac. I promise I will be doing something with treasure hunts at some point, and everybody's treasure hunts that they've redeemed will be honored. I'm thinking about, because I'm thinking I might try and actually get a website. Did I talk about this before? I'm considering actually getting a website, and then the treasure hunt will be incorporated into that, but I have to work out how much it would cost to get a website and if I can afford to do that. But I'll use that for other stuff as well, because I can use it for my comic and the podcast as well. So it will be a multi-purpose website. It won't just be for treasure hunts. Okay, that feels like an invisible ceiling. Aha! Okay. Observation tower. Was this always here? I've never noticed this before. Nice! Okay. One more thing before we head back to the world map. Let's do a shift. Program to a website for one of my classes. I've had a website before, but I've never really maintained it. All right, let's try the hustle gig. I had a website once before, but I cancelled it because I didn't want to keep paying for it, and I wasn't really using it for anything. What does he want? Tomato, cake, cake, tomato, drink. Tomato, tomato, cake. You guys have got to order quicker. That one, I liked that order. And that one. That was a nice one, yep. Too slow. Oh, is it lunch rush? It's lunch rush. Cake. Oh. God, they get upset very quickly. So imagine coming to this restaurant and not ordering the cake. It's clearly the best thing on the menu. Delicious cake, and they're like, I'll just have a bottle of soda, please. That's worse than I did on the easier mode. Although I got more points for it. It's a cute minigame, Charlotte, yeah. Oh, you discovered my emotes, I see. Yeah, same Suri. It was originally, I had a portfolio site, but then eventually I was like, I can just use ArtStation for this. Alright, let's head to the new world and see what's up. Oh, it's an ice world, huh? Okay. Winter horns. Northeast Frost Street. I don't usually like ice worlds very much, but the addition of the abandoned town reclaimed by nature aesthetic will probably make me like it. It looks like it's based on London, actually. Like the older parts of London. Nah, well, we got each other at the same time. Okay, can't shoot a snowball, apparently. Can shoot a penguin just fine. Destroy 4 animal snow sculptures. I can do that. I can do it 4 times. I didn't mean to shoot that dog. I know everyone's gonna get on my case about shooting that dog when it wasn't attacking me, but I didn't see it. That was Kirby's own canonical bloodlust. Oh yeah, you like Ice Worlds, don't you, Elliot? More than I do. Something called Free Webs or something. Oh yeah, I remember Free Webs. Growing up with any snow changes you as a person, yeah. Yeah, I guess if I had lived in a desert. Though then again, like I grew up by the sea, and the sea is still like one of my favorite things, so I don't know. I guess it depends on the person. Haven't touched snow in 11 or 12 years. Wow. I can't think of when the last time I touched snow was, to be honest, and I'm in a place where it does snow normally. It just hasn't in ages. I guess it does snow here, it just doesn't snow here in the city that much. I can't remember if it did last year or not. I think it did briefly. But I don't think I touched any of it. I think I was just like, oh yeah, it's snowy outside. I guess I'll stay indoors until it stops being snowy outside. You live in an ice world. Yeah, I guess I've always lived in, because I've never lived far from the water. So I've always lived in beach worlds, but I always wish I lived in hotter ones. I grew up by the sea, and if I had my choice to live anywhere, I'd go to like somewhere like Hawaii or something. I'd be even more at the sea. A moth? No, I prefer Mothgoth aligned. Are you Mothgoth aligned? I want to be Mothgoth aligned. You live in the beach world and you don't like beaches? Aww. That's a shame then. Mothgoth is more Danny's thing. Yeah, I could see that. I think Mel would be very Mothgoth. Ah. Been skiing in -30 weather. I've never been skiing. I've never been skiing. I've never lived anywhere where like year-round snow is normal. I know, I don't like the cold. I'd rather be somewhere super hot. Though I did love the ice world in Xenoblade. That's what it was. When I streamed Xenoblade Chronicles, the first one, the ice world in that was probably my favorite. It was very pretty. Anya. Oh, it locks on now. I haven't actually used this since I upgraded it. There we go. Another D. We've come to the Midwest. Where's the... What? Hang on, what's the Midwest? Midwest is like... West Virginia. What states are Midwestern ones? Someone give me examples. I don't know much. I know the coastal areas. that's my knowledge of once again, me being a beach child. I know the coastal areas and nothing else. Minnesota. Okay. Okay. I would need to look at a map. Minnesota's not one that I know very well. Yeah, I think I know all of the West Coast states. And I know a few East Coast states. But I've only ever been to Florida. That's the only place in the US that I've been to. Which again is a beach place, but that wasn't my choice. I was taken there. I didn't choose it, but no, I was gonna say I didn't choose it, but it's probably what I would have chosen if I did choose myself. But it's probably not actually. It's probably the last beach state that I would have chosen. Ugh. Great Plains is probably more accurate. Hang on, where are we? Michigan and Iowa and stuff like that. Stuff west from New York. Okay. There are 4 states and it's East Coast, West Coast, Upstate New York, and Midwest. Oh, and the South. Yeah, can't forget the South. Get out of here, snowballs. I probably know more about the geography of America at this point than I do the geography of my own country. Just because, you know, you never need to know the geography of the UK to understand what's happening in a TV show. Yes, free things. See, I'm on the West Coast despite being super landlocked. It's close, right? I know a little bit about Arizona just because of research I've done for my comic, because my comic's set in Death Valley mostly. And it's nearby, right? So I don't think those bombs are gonna... No, those bombs didn't do anything. Oh, can I bring that... Maybe I can bring that stairs up there down here. Ow! Rude. I can. go. Hello. Okay, I can climb my own thing I ate. I got them all. Wait, let me try something while I remember. Oh, there's no taunts for this one. Oh well. Oops, oh, I was looking at chat. I didn't realize I was jumping off a cliff. I was just trying to climb the stairs. Oh yeah, I just had like an ADHD thing where something from ages ago suddenly came back into my mind. But Resh earlier gave me credit for guessing the correct name for Galbo. I'm not going to take credit for that because I guessed Garbo with an R. And I guess in Japanese it's technically correct, but I'm not taking credit for it. It's not good enough. I need it to be the perfect name that I guess. Chili looks cool in this game. It's all sparkly. Squishy, I don't know how I feel about the new blue spots on Squishy's head. Dutch Bros is a coffee and tea place. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm very jealous of American food. I would love to live in America. Not only because it would be better for my career, but mostly because of the food and the media access, because there are so many things that just don't make it over here. I get annoyed about it. Like anything that's HBO Max exclusive, which has never been released in the UK. There's a truck outside and I don't know what it wants. It better not be me. There you go. I need to stop falling in. Okay. It's done. I really like the colors of this water. Gordo, I can't kill you. I've fallen in again. I thought I was throwing bombs at enemies, but I was throwing them at other bombs that I had already put there. Glunk! There we go. I glunked him. Usually I'm the one getting glunked, but not this time. Okay, let's get out of here. think that means I might have enough to upgrade the sword again. Oh yeah, I love frozen lemonade too. Honeycomb ice cream. Honeycomb ice cream's good. I used to work at an ice cream place. We had a honeycomb one. It was real good. Let's go get this one too. Oh. There we go. I didn't know that was a feature. Okay. What happens now? I wish that needle ability made you immune to spikes. Maybe that's too much, but I want to stand on the spikes. I will take credit for getting Big Kabu right, though. I don't care how simple and easy that was to guess. I'm taking all the credit. We done? We're done. Yeah, I like that 2-score Mac. It's cool. Okay. Let's go back. So I can upgrade this. Yes, I want my Meta Knight sword. I bet he's just hammering at the cap. And it's making metal sounds. Okay, cool. This looks like I've copied him in Smash Brothers. Oh, cool. Alright. I like that way more than the Gigant one. Nothing else is upgradable? Okay. Back to Winter Horns. Metro on Ice? Oh, I'm gonna like this one. The Gigant one is way stronger. I like speed over strength. I've always been a rogue. But I should probably get ice. If they're putting ice at the entrance, I probably need ice. Sorry, Noddy, I didn't see you there. I don't think anything in this game is going to top the theme park for me, but I do like a subway theme. This whole game kind of has the feel of that one stage from Kirby 64, actually. You know, the one, the one where it's the cold planet that's like an abandoned frozen Earth. I should have checked this first. I don't know why. Don't know why I avoided this. Okay, there's nothing here though. I'm assuming that ice is good for this place because it means I'm not slip sliding around everywhere. Though I did freeze solid in the water. What's my Subway order? Meatball sub, but I don't like Subway. If I have to eat Subway, I'm gonna get the meatball marinara. But I don't like it. Naughty at the entrance, you definitely need sleep. Yeah, I believe you. Those who block and those who dodge. Yeah, I'm more of a dodger usually, but I feel like more often than not I do nothing. I just take the hits. In games like this anyway. I always forget that Kirby can block. Wait, let me... I can't dodge with this either. I'm beginning to doubt the existence of a dodge in this game. Can't freeze these bombs. Ow, I thought he was dead. It's okay, at least there's coffee over here. Ow. Yeah, as soon as I drop ice, I start sliding around. God dang. Got him. Okay, now I need hammer, I guess. Alright. Oh, there we go. I can dodge with hammer. Okay, I believe you now, SkullPirateMike. You've been redeemed. The game has stopped gaslighting me. I must get every coin. I don't think I have enough coins to upgrade anything now. You time that right, you get one of those slow-mo things. Ooh. I'm just gonna dodge all the way. No, I'm not. I don't want to get these coins. I hear some D's. These guys don't actually attack, so can't really test. Oh, this is why I needed the hammer. There he is. Oh. And he gave me money. To go back to the Subway thing, I used to have to eat Subway all the time when I was at college because my friends always wanted to go to Subway. This was back when it was believed by the public that Subway was healthy, which of course it was not. But the thing about Subway is I don't dislike the food, but I always get real sick afterwards. Like I have to spend a couple hours in the bathroom. And that doesn't sit right with me. Or with my bowels, apparently. Ew. Deplored this game having less moves than recent 2D Kirby games, but the witch time mechanic makes up for it, IMO. I haven't really noticed the less moves thing. I mean, I'm somebody who generally prefers a 2D Kirby to have more moves and like I love Star Allies because it's got tons of moves. But for this game, it doesn't feel necessary. Like, it's 3D. There's only so many things you can do in 3D. It's not as versatile for like inputs as 2D is. Because it would be so much harder. You don't have 4 directions anymore, you have 360. Quick, quick, quick! Kirby, Kirby, Kirby! Oh! Pizza sandwich? Oh, interesting. So it's just like marinara sauce, cheese, and pepperoni? Guess that would be a pizza sandwich. We used to make pizza toast, which was basically just, it was a grilled cheese, like grilled cheese, but underneath the cheese we'd put a layer of tomato puree. That was nice. I haven't had that in ages. I think I've got everything I'd need to make it. I found 2 secret passages. Yes! I do want a lollipop. Out my way, everyone. I'm on a sugar high. Italian bread, cheese, pepperoni, and toasted. Yep, that sounds pretty good. Oh, do you think I need cutter? What was that? Sounded like a you're low on health noise, but I'm not low on health. How dare you? I'm gonna take ice. Oh, that was a cone. My brain didn't recognize it as a cone, but it like half recognized it as a cone. That looks like that Waddle Dee's shadow up there. Here we go. This game is so satisfying to explore in a way that I really liked Star Allies, but Star Allies was not as satisfying to explore as this. Maybe that's just because it was 2D, I don't know. But exploring to get the secrets in Star Allies felt a little bit like a chore to me. As much as I loved it. You know what? Let's get Pencil Drill. What was that? Ow. For some reason, I keep thinking I can kick those drills back. Can I not dig here? Oh, I can. Alright, let's just leave. Yeah, I'm no good at command inputs either. I'm really bad at those combo fighters. Oh, I did everything again. One of the Waddle Dees being held captive by the fearsome beast pack. There are so many out there waiting to be saved. You can almost hear them calling for help. Wah wah, wah wah. Let me out, let me out. Wait, you hear that too? One of them must be nearby. Oh, it's Elfin, a mystical new friend you met in a mysterious new world. You found... Sorry, Elfilin, as he was trying to save the Waddle Dees from the beast pack. He seems happy to be Kirby's guide, sharing helpful advice to save the Waddle Dees and rebuild their town. Thanks, Elfilin. I still don't trust him. They love hiding doorways in random holes. They sure do. Yeah. Yeah, there has been something unsatisfying about it. Magalore really hurt everyone's trust. Yeah. You know, now that you say it, I guess every other time that Kirby's had a mysterious friend like this, they haven't betrayed him, right? Ribbon didn't betray us. I never trusted Magalore either, though, right from the beginning. Even when I first bought the game. I don't know what reason I had. Hello, Big Kabu. We are not friends. Puppies! We are friends, but you're dead now. Oh god! Whoa, okay. Oh, rel. A lot just happened. Oh yeah. Hello, buddy. I think I did pretty well that time. I bet I still didn't make the target bang. But Magalore did come back and, like, I looked into it. So Magalore returned in the anniversary collection that never got released here. And he, like, built a theme park as an apology for what he had done, right? Which is basically what Eggman did in Sonic Colors, so it doesn't make me trust him more. I didn't even know there were speed upgrades. Okay. It's kind of hard to get it to target the thing you want it to target. Oh. Okay. Ghosts! Oh. Oh, come on. Oh, one of the Scarfies survived and he's out for revenge! Come on. Okay, these shots aren't actually aiming at me. So as long as I stand here, I'm safe. Let's go! I had plenty of time for that. Insisted on clearing times before you knew about the upgrades. I almost did. I'm glad I gave up. Once I saw that you... Well, I think you only get coins for clearing the times, so I was like, that's fine. I don't need that. Dream Buffet makes you hungry. I haven't played it yet. But I'm sure it will. Oh, a flooded town? Or maybe it's just a little fishing village. Is there more food than just cakes? I kind of thought it was all just set on a big cake. Is Needle gonna let me stick to the ground in high wind? Oop. There's a barbecue themed stage? Okay. I thought it was all cake. All I've seen is the cake. I was gonna say I don't remember the last time I had barbecue, but it was like... It was my birthday, actually. I had barbecue on my birthday. It wasn't that long ago at all. We haven't seen this one very often. It's giving me another needle in case I don't have it anymore. I'm looking forward to... I know last time I talked about it, I wasn't sure if I was going to get Dream Buffet to end the stream on, but I think I'm gonna. The more I think about it, and the more hungry I get. Lapras or Skitsy? I prefer Lapras, personally. Back off! Stinking turds. At least I think they're turtles. Oh, a boat. It's a boat section. Enjoy 3 meals at sea. Okay, I'll try. I don't know if I've ever enjoyed a meal at sea in real life. There's another one. I've probably eaten on a ferry at some point. Okay, so I need to... Yeah, get it off there. Had it with you, clowns. I want that my last meal at sea. I got it. Can Lapras mate with a whale lord? Can it? I don't know. I'm assuming not, since you said that. Skitsy might be my least favorite of all the cat Pokemon, except Purugly. I don't like Purugly, but I do like Glameow more than Skitsy. I don't know who's handing out those Waddle Dees. I was wondering about that earlier. Do you think there's just like some Waddle Dees who are just out there observing, who are just choosing not to come forward, and then when they see me do something impressive, they're like, oh dang, alright, I guess I'll go to the town then. Lapras is Water 1 egg group and Wailord is Water 2. Aww. So I guess they can't. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about what can breed with what, because I always just breed everything with Ditto. I have a perfect IV Ditto of like each nature, and I just, whatever I want I can get from that basically. What's everyone's favorite type? Good question. I don't know. I don't know that I have a favorite type. I wonder if I look through the Pokemon I've used, if I would see a disproportionate type that I've used more than others. And what it would be. I guess I like water, but I almost never... No, that's not true. I was going to say I almost never pick the water type starter, but I just remembered I worked it out and I've picked the water type starter exactly 50% of the time. It's 50% water, 50% fire, and I've never picked the grass one. So I can't take this off of the track, huh? Are there taunts? No taunts for this one? What kind of gym would I have? Maybe a water gym. I think I would have a water type gym purely so that I could have my own pool. Just be like, yeah, I want to have a pool. Build a pool in here. Why do you need a pool? Is it a water gym? Yeah, sure. Probably, right? Oh, I thought that was ground for some reason. Scarlet Violet will be the second time. Let me think. I picked Charmander. The first time I played, oh, that's the secret, huh? The first time I played Red and Blue, way back in '98 or whenever it was it came out, I picked Charmander. But if I were playing it now, I would probably pick Squirtle. But that's like with the hindsight of years of oversaturation in the Charmander market. Then I had Cyndaquil next. And then when I've talked about this before, but when I first played, when I first started Ruby, I took Trico. But I don't count that as my starter because I regretted it and I restarted the game and picked Mudkip. Once it evolved into Sceptile, I was like, no! And I deleted my save so I could have Mudkip instead. I really like Trico and Grovyle, but I did not like Sceptile. I like it more now, but at the time I didn't like it. And then what was after that? Oh, Chimchar I think I picked after that. I wasn't super into any of the Gen 4 starters though. What was the next one? Oshawott? I think Oshawott was next, right? I like the Mega. The Mega is cool. I love Mega Skeptile. If only it would still exist. What came after Oshawott? I can't remember what the next set was. Oh, was that the set that Fennekin was in? Was that Froakie? I think I picked Froakie that time. I really didn't like Fennekin. Bandana Waddle Dee was pulled through the vortex along with Kirby. When he heard that his fellow Waddle Dees were being captured by the Beast Pack, he grabbed his trusty spear and ran to help. He can join you as P2 while you explore the new world. Okay. Chespin, Fennekin, Froakie. Yeah, I loved Froakie very much. Then... Oh, Alola was next, right? I was going to pick Rowlet. Rowlet would have been my first official grass-type choice. But then... Like, that was my immediate gut reaction when we first saw them, right? I was like, oh, Rowlet, definitely. Look at that guy. And Rowlet's evolved form is still my favorite of those three fully evolved ones. But everyone on the internet was being so mean to Poplio that I was like, what's wrong? He's just a fun little guy. And I ended up just becoming really attached to Poplio because everyone hated it so much and I didn't see what the big deal was. Oh jeez, this didn't go very well. Did I lose it? What can I do now? Everyone hated Poplio. Everyone was really cruel to it. Bye, Mum. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hope you have a good evening. Yeah, I really didn't understand the like vitriol that people had for Poplio. I guess people were mad because it kind of looks like a clown, but I don't see that as a problem. What? Oh, I see. Huh. So it runs out. Good night, Mom. Love you too. I don't understand how this works. Right, so time crash. Make a run for it. Oh! Maybe I need to keep blowing stuff up to extend it. Is that... Okay, I think that's what it is. Crap. I think I need to keep hitting all these Scarfies and everything to keep it going. I did it! Okay, now I understand. What else? I got Scorbunny next. I'm not super fond of Scorbunny's last form, but that's what I picked. I think of the last forms, Rillaboom's my favorite. But yeah, I'm not super into any of them. I just... Rillaboom's the best of that batch, in my opinion. Of the new ones, I don't think I've made a decision. Oh no, I have made a decision yet. It's Quaxley. I have to get Quaxley. But I do love Fuecoco as well. Well, that didn't work out, did it? Though I don't know why. What's happening? Alright, that time it worked. I don't know why it didn't the first two times. For some reason my tornado was too low the first two times. Which I didn't think was a thing that could happen. Alright, getting the hang of it now. I'm not going to get a good time on this one, but... Bwah, bwah. This is hard. Oh, no, I screwed up. I know I'm running out of time. I know that. Oh, now I'm too low again somehow. How does that happen? I'm dead. Cousin wants Quaxley because JoJo fan. I don't know anything about JoJo, so I don't know what the connection is. I want Quaxley because I like Donald Duck. Is it a hair thing for JoJo? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. My god, that's so hard. Jeez. Alright, maybe I'm making a mistake in trying to go to the seal guys. Maybe I... Okay. I thought it was expecting me to hit the seal guys on the way, but I guess it wasn't. Just get me out. Main character has a pompadour. Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about JoJo. I hear about it a lot. I'm starting to read some manga. I finally have now read Dragon Ball, the beginning of it. I've read the first 3 chapters, I think. Or first 3 volumes. Yeah, volumes 1, 2, and 3 of the original Dragon Ball. And this is the uncensored one where you can see Goku's pee-pee. So... The Battle of Blizzard Bridge. This is pretty cool. Now I feel like I'm in Arkham. Arkham Gotham Knight or whatever it was called. Arkham Knight? I don't remember. Whatever one it was where I had to fight Firefly on a bridge. It might have been Arkham Origins, actually. Hey, buddy. Remember me? Oh, that felt like cheating, but I'll take it. That was a very slow charge. I'm gonna take a sword. I've never seen the I've never seen the Dragon Ball. I've never seen any animated oh, that was bad. Can I try that again? I've never seen any animated Dragon Ball stuff. Actually, I think I've seen one. I've seen one episode of Dragon Ball Z. Many, many years ago. But I don't remember it very well. It was only on satellite TV, and we couldn't afford that when I was growing up. So I only ever saw it at friends' houses. The Abridged? Oh, I might have seen bits of The Abridged. I've mostly watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. I've never seen real Yu-Gi-Oh! But I've watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged a lot. Although, I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh fans have told me that it's basically the same thing. Ow! In fact, I've also had Dragon Ball fans tell me that I might as well watch Dragon Ball Abridged. Because it, like, has the same plot element with just more comedy added. Oh, jeez. Go away. I feel like I need to eat her now. Oh, that's a big pile of treasure. Yeah, Dragon Ball is a comedy, absolutely. I've never really seen much of Dragon Ball Z, but the one I've been reading is 100% a comedy. There isn't even that much fighting in it. Okay, so I need to... I understand. There we go. Oh jeez, this is all timed, huh? Whew, I made it. I'm allowed to watch any anime. It's so wild to me. Like, I never really had any restrictions on what I was and wasn't allowed to watch or play or anything. I just wasn't that interested in watching stuff that wasn't made for kids anyway, so. But I never had any rules of like not being allowed to watch anything. So anytime anybody mentions it, I'm always like, oh yeah, I guess that is something that parents do sometimes. Like, I so often hear that people weren't allowed to watch The Simpsons, and that's crazy to me, because I was watching The Simpsons since I was 7, and everybody at school was watching The Simpsons. But I know so many Americans who weren't allowed. And I've always thought of it as, like, so tame. I remember I dated a girl once from America who had never seen The Simpsons because she wasn't allowed to watch it as a kid and had just never watched it later. And she had this view of them as like this really cynical, horrible family. She'd always been told that they were just like horrible people in the show. And then I showed her an episode of it and she was like, wow, I'm surprised to see like how tender they were and how much they loved each other. And I'm like, yeah, that's what it's like. And she was extremely surprised to see they go to church. Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Wow. That's a strange one, yeah. Do they just not like it? Oh, I can still get it. I was gonna say I was gonna get that, but Chobits. I've never seen Chobits. I don't know anything about that one. The name is familiar, but I don't know if I ever actually watched it. Oh yeah, SkullPirateMike had the same experience. I think I'm trying to picture Chobits in my head, but all that's coming into my head is Metabots, and I know that's something different. Everyone's so mean all the time. I guess I could see that. I never watched much Ed, Edd and Eddy. Because once again, it was on Cartoon Network, which was satellite only, and we didn't have it at home. And so most of the Cartoon Network stuff I saw was stuff that my aunt was taping for me, and that was all from like the Dexter's Lab, Johnny Bravo, Cow and Chicken era. Because she kind of stopped taping stuff for me from there. In the Ed, Edd and Eddy and Courage the Cowardly Dog period, so I didn't get to see much of those. You're right there, which makes me think I need you. What? How does this work? I can't just be supposed to kill myself. Will this work? Nope, doesn't look like it. No, it went right through it. Okay, I didn't know about that one. Guess it will come up here. Just aim better. Would it have worked? It looked like it went right through it. Oh no! I'm going very well. There we go. Think you can just fly back? I don't know, it seemed like I died before I got low enough. I'll try again. Okay, I think that's the last upgrade I needed, unless there is an upgrade for what's it called? Sleep. Unless there are more upgrades like the sword one. Alright, let's try again then. Oh, okay. Alright, okay, I got it. I guess I did just miss before. It looked like I hit a death barrier before I got low enough last time. Yeah, I definitely think my mom had the "everyone's so mean" complaint about Ren and Stimpy. But she didn't stop me watching it, she just complained about it. But now I don't like Ren and Stimpy anyway, so she was right on that one. Suri playing Monster Hunter over there. I'm just calling people out for what games they're playing today, I'm sorry. Alright, I got all the Ds. Welcome back, Resh. Haven't been in ad hell all today? Oh, good. I guess you've seen enough ads on my channel. Because I think once you've seen a certain amount of ads on someone's channel that month, it stops showing them. I did do the Coliseum, yes, I beat Meta Knight. Beat Twin World Frosty without getting hit. Wow, that would be rough. Okay. I think it's monthly. I don't know. It might not be. Tortorna has a whole shell made of concrete, as if it walked off with somebody's sidewalk. It has a thick skull and a mean bite, but its body is pretty delicate. A mouthful mode ability might help you crack through its shell and land a brutal blow from above. Thanks for the hint, game. Even though I literally had to do that the first time I met it. Oh! Wandaria was named after its founder, an author who wrote stories about a dog that explores outer space. Those stories became incredibly popular and were later used as the basis for the Wandaria theme park, a land of dreams for kids of all ages. I love that! I love this lore! But I still want to know the names of the dogs. Welcome, Demon. How you doing? Carve my own Galaxia out of poster board. That's awesome. One dog and one D. Okay. Cute. I like them. I want merch of them. Oh, we're not at the end, are we? I noticed that the landmass ends after this. Ice treasure. I don't need the upgraded ice. 2 more worlds left. Okay, good. Good. I didn't want it to be over yet. Yeah, I kind of, as soon as we saw an ice world, to be honest, I was like, are we going to fight DDD here? Because I know he's in it. I've already seen they used him in the marketing, didn't they? And like I said before, in the more recent Kirby games, they always put DDD in an ice world. Didn't used to be that way, but ever since, I think, Dreamland 3, he's always been in the ice world. Not counting Superstar. No, wait, Dreamland 3 was after Superstar, right? So yeah, counting Superstar as well. Dreamland 3 isn't recent, but it's been like ever since then. I still kind of think as Dreamland 3, like I missed a bunch of Kirby games because they just weren't. I think they were doing very small releases over here, but they weren't really marketing them. So between Kirby's Pinball Land and Kirby 64, I didn't even know the Kirby series continued. So for me, there's like a disconnect there. Thought I might be able to search that house. Right, let's go and upgrade ice. Oh, a new place. Oh, these are the upgrades you were talking about. Okay. It was in non-ice worlds and Squeak Squad Master Tech. Oh, okay. Or Star Allies. Yeah. I guess whenever he's like not in his normal castle, because in all of those, I don't know about Triple Deluxe and Robobot. But in most of those, he's just in his regular castle, right? I think in a lot of those, you fight him at the end of the first world. But whenever he's outside of his regular castle, they tend to put him in an ice world. I guess whenever he's like a more major antagonist, even if he is possessed. Alright, let's upgrade ice. Frosty ice. Proof of Penguin, yeah. It's so funny because I never really... The reason it stood out to me is because I never really thought of DDD as a penguin. for the longest time until they started putting him in Ice Worlds, and then I was like, oh, I guess he is a penguin, huh? Oh, this is where that hat comes from. Okay. I've seen this hat on people's Switch icons, Switch avatars. Okay, and we can upgrade fire further, so I guess maybe there are more upgrades. Take a good look at the Discord channel. Like I said, there's only so much I can slack off at work. Yeah, I understand. I used to watch streams while I was at work all the time. That's actually how I got into Twitch. Okay, this is pretty good. Thank you for the fire! Oh yeah, I love little blue penguins, by the way. One of my favorite birds. Maybe my favorite bird. I actually, way back when I was thinking of opening a studio, or trying to open a studio myself, one of my first name ideas was to name it after little blue penguins. I can't afford any of these. I would love all of them, but I can't afford any of them. Oh! Just ignoring me. Fine. Thinks he's so big just because he has a book. Right, we're gonna go and kill DDD and then I'm probably gonna end the stream. I think that's enough progress for tonight. If there's 2 more worlds. Little blue penguin or a fairy penguin? Yeah, that would make sense to me. 17 inches in height, and that's about right for DDD next to Kirby. Yeah. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I could see that. But I just never really thought of him... I don't know, I guess because most of the Kirby characters are so abstract, right? That I never really thought of DDD as a specific animal. Because so few Kirby characters are. Oh yeah, and I could see them. I could see a fairy type alternate form Piplup. That would be cool. I'm just gonna stick with this dragon hat. Oh, back off! This place is under construction, it looks like. Or was under construction whenever the world got abandoned, maybe. Why would DDD be trapping them, though? Like, generally the Waddle Dees do whatever he tells them to anyway. Why would he need to capture them? You got big wolf boys. Oh, I didn't know. Are you on fire, DDD? I'm sorry. Oh, jeez. Where'd he go? Oh. Where I can't see you inside the flame. Ow. I do love that you can set things on fire in this one. I was missing that when I was playing Star Allies last night. Oh, this is a cool remix of his song. Can I want to take his hammer. Oh, it vanished. Could I have eaten his hammer and got hammer ability? I guess that would make sense, but I'm happy with fire. There we go. The fire takes him out on its own. There's a Waddle Dee for eating his hammer. Ah. Well, I got through it without guarding. That's absolutely something I was trying to do on purpose, and not just because I always forget that that's an ability I have. I just want to chill out with DDD. Alright. Oh yeah, there we go. What's he doing? What's he doing back there? Oh. Electric Dark Luxury. See, I don't want that. Because, I mean, it's confusing because it's been translated as dark. But the dark type isn't like a dark element type. We talked about this recently. The dark type in Japan is just called the evil type. So, Pokemon that have the dark type are evil Pokemon. They're bad guys. And I don't see Luxray as a I don't see Luxray as evil. Elfilin has been captured by King DDD. Explore the next area and save Elfilin. Okay.
Come on, puppy! Let's go! Here we go!
Thank you, SkullPirateMike, for the raid. Yeah, I guess we'll call it there for tonight. I will go back and, what about Absol? Yeah, I guess you're right. Absol's whole thing is that people think it's evil when it's not, right? But it is still evil type in Japan. What day do I think I'll finish this? Probably tomorrow. We'll see. If not tomorrow, then Monday, I think. If there's only 2 worlds left, anyway. But let's upgrade these bombs, and then we'll call it a night. I never really got the chain bomb. I never really understood it. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really get it. Oh, I don't have enough stuff. Okay. I can't upgrade it. Where's good guy typing at? Yeah, I guess there isn't any. There are more evil Pokemon than there are good ones. Did I get any? I did get some coins from clobbering DDD. Let's go and buy an upgrade. I'm gonna have. I'll have the attack one. Yeah. I wanted to watch him drink it. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't quite understand how it worked. For 200 seconds. Alright, never mind. I thought they were just like permanent upgrades. Alright, well that's probably the only one of those I'll ever buy. I do have Meta Knight Sword, yes. That was the first double upgrade I got. Because I actually didn't know there were double upgrades. Alright. Oh, it's late. I'm tired. I gotta go cook some food. If you use a life up, you can keep using Meta Knight sword beams even after taking damage, as long as you have one full health bar. Oh, okay. Interesting. So that might be the one that I spend my money on then. But otherwise, I'll just save my money for gacha. Is anyone I can raid streaming? Not right now, it looks like. Alright. Well, I'm not going to send you out on a raid then. But thanks for being here, everybody. I will be back. If not tomorrow, then on Monday. We'll see what happens. Because I might end up having to record an episode of the podcast tomorrow. There is not going to be one this weekend again. But next weekend, there will be. Yeah. I can't think of anything else to say. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you next time. Oh, goodbye.